Hi everybody, this is Tara with Handmade by Tara, and today what I'm going to show you is how I do a duplicate stitch. This is one of my patterns that I have available on my website, and it's got 5 beer mugs around the body of the hat. And this is done with 2 stitches, or double, excuse me, it is done with 2 color knitting, where it's stranded in the back, and I've done a video on how I do my stranding. But what I want to show you is how to do the duplicate stitch so you can make the beer on the mugs. So I use a bent hook, which is called a chibi hook, or chibi needle, and it's just a tapestry needle with a bend at the end because I find it easier to use. And you start from underneath, and I'm doing this bottom right here. I'm going to start here, go down to this one, go across, and go back up. So I start right here, which is the 3rd stitch up, and I pull it through. And I always find it easiest to go at an angle. And pull it. What I'm doing is I'm just duplicating what a stitch looks like when you're knitting. And then I'm going to go down, and I'm going to go down to this one below it. So I've just created my first duplicate stitch. And then I go across the top, but underneath the previous stitch. And then down into the bottom of that hook point. Because each stitch is basically a little V. Woo! Sorry about that. Didn't mean to get crazy there. Let me get this rearranged. There we go. Basically, it's just a V shape, so I'm just duplicating that V shape. And then I'm going across the top, but underneath the stitch above it, I'm just going over top of the white stitch. And then I come across and underneath to the next bottom of the next stitch, and across the top. And then down through the bottom. And across the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you this first section right here, so you can see how this is done. And this is how I do this pattern. And again, it can be found on my website. It's once you make the purchase, it's an instant download. You'll get a receipt when you complete the purchase, and the download is right on there. This is new to my website, and I was so excited when they started doing downloadables. And I have several patterns on my website that I have created, but this is the only pattern that does duplicate stitch. And you don't want to pull it too tight because that will make it show the previous color below. And then I go up. I'm going up to this stitch right here. And then I go back down, across, and back into that first hole. And I'm going to prepare for this next stitch right here. And that is just right here. And I pulled that a little too tight. So you just loosen that up. Clean it up. There we go. And so basically what it's going to look like is you're going to have a beer mug with beer in it versus all just white. So this is how I do my duplicate stitch. I hope you enjoyed it and you have a wonderful day.